Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Midgard Golf. And we're back out here today at what's probably one of my home courses, Pine Creek Golf Club in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So we're out here on this frigid day, just playing 9 holes after work, my coworker and I. So yeah, you'll see him sporadically throughout the video, but wasn't really filming his round. So we all know how I play after work rounds. Typically not all that great, but man, I was just jonesing and I had to get out there and get some. So we're playing from the whites, just nice and comfortable. 296 yard par 4 to start us off here. Hard dog leg left. And there's a bunker right before the green that you really don't want to be messing with. So yeah, I'm taking a 5-iron at this tee shot here. Just going to try to put a nice high draw on it, put it anywhere safely in that fairway, and have a little wedge on into this green. Let's give it a rip and see what we can do. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are on number 2. First par 5 of the day, 462 yards from the whites. Pretty short as par 5s go. Definitely gettable in 2, without a doubt. And pretty straight down the pipe, too. Yeah, you don't really want to miss hard to the right. You've got some sideboard support off to the left, so that's the way I'm saying is good to miss. No reason not to take the driver, so that's what I'm going to do. Let's give it a rip and see what we can do here. And by the way, if you're not a subscriber, as of right now, it's only like 30 more or 34 more subscribers remaining until the next hat giveaway, and I just ordered the new hats, and they will be coming from Branded Bills. So go check out their website and see the hats that they supply, and you'll want to look at the Curved Elites. That's the type of hat that I ordered. So anyway, hit that subscribe button, and once we hit 200 subs and every 100 subscribers thereafter, I'll be doing another hat giveaway until 1,000, where we will then in turn start giving away some shirts until 10,000, and then we're going to start giving away some really cool stuff. So without further ado, let's give it a rip and see what this hole looks like. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are on the third hole. Hard dog leg right this time. 378 yards from the whites to get up on this green. So, I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can play this hole. You can either go straight off to the left there and have a little bit longer of a shot on the green, but you're pretty much ironing the hole to death at that point. Or you can go straight over the bunkers to the right with something longer, probably a driver, long iron, fairway metal, something to that effect. And then you'll have a wedge on into the green. Or you can hug that right side real tight, and then you'll have some bunkers to clear to get up on the green, but I personally think that's the best angle to attempt it. However, as you'll soon see, well, it didn't quite work out that day. For me, or this day I should say, even though I did get exactly the drive that I wanted, maybe a little bit further than I wanted, but yeah. Nevertheless, wet bunkers, full of snow, frozen cold, yeah, not good. Anyway, let's give it a look-see and check out this kind of abomination of a hole, or at least how I made it this day. Let's check it out. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are on the fourth hole and the second and final par 5 of this 9-hole round here. So, weighing in at just 507 yards from the white there, still pretty gettable. It kind of snakes off to the left, then back to the right, then kind of back to the left again. So, kind of a weaving hole there. But, yeah, I mean, in my opinion, no reason to not just crank one right over the bunkers to the right that you can see there with a bunch of snow in them. So, yeah, definitely if there's snow in them, really try to get over them. As you saw in the last hole, yeah, wet, frozen bunkers, not good to play out of. So, anyway, there's that. And then, yeah, if you make that happen, then you'll have a real fine angle on the green to get home with probably a mid to long iron from there. So, Yep, driver in hand. I'm going to try to hit a big high cut out there and see if I can't get that right side and give myself exactly that angle on the green. Kind of too many hills off to the left to have a view on it if you miss that way. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are on the fifth hole. Just 146 yards from the white tees here to get up on this green and downhill at that, so probably playing a little bit shorter. And it's guarded by bunkers on all sides. That big one to the left, a little bit smaller one in the back, and then two off to the right. So you can miss a little bit short, but yeah, I wouldn't do that. If I was you, I'd just try to, hit that number. It's really not all that difficult of a hole. So, yeah, this hole and the next one have the prettiest views, in my opinion, on the course there. You can see Pikes Peak off there to the right as I panned over there. But, yeah, so don't get distracted by that. Just hit that ball, get up on that green, see if you can't make yourself a sweet birdie. And you've got plenty of green to play with. So, yeah, if you miss right, you definitely want to be long. I'll say that. And if you miss left, then you're going to have a really awkward chip. So, yeah, there you go. There's the tips for the hole. Without further ado, let's give it a whack and see what we can do. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are on the sixth hole. So, yep, like I said, pretty view right off the tee box there. Pikes Peak again, gotta love it. So, only 347 yards from the whites here, and you've got, what, bunker trouble on the left, and you've got fescue down the right that feeds all the way into the big lake that stretches all the way out into the front and the right side of the green. So, yeah, the play here, you probably want to stay left, but the further left you go, the longer shot you're going to have onto the green. And of course, the longer shot, then you're bringing that water into more risk for your green attempt. So, no matter what, you're probably going to have some water to deal with. If you can hug that right side, then you will no doubt have a shorter shot on this green, but yeah, big hitters, you're probably not going to need driver to get there. So since the hole is downhill all the way, even if you're playing from the tips, even when I do play this course from the tips, I mean it's generally a 2-iron. But today it's feeling kind of frisky, so it's like, you know what? I'm just going to rip a driver and see what I can do with that. So let's give it a whack and see what happens. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are on the seventh hole. So this is a really cool par 4. Same yardage as the last, 347, but this time pretty level until you get up there close to the real big kind of ditch right in front of the green, and then it drops sharply off after that. So when you're looking at this hole from the tee box, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, well, shoot, I'm just going to crank a driver down there and heck, maybe try to get there in one. But that would probably be a bad idea since you've got about 20 feet worth of room to the left of the lone tree that's presented right in the middle of the fairway to roll through it. Otherwise, boy, you better carry that entire probably 330 yards from the whites here in order to get over the ditch. So be leery of that. Yep. That known, this is always an iron shot for me, so I've got that 5-iron out again. I'm just going to try to put it right at that lone tree there with a little bit of a cut because I like to have that angle on it, kind of between that field goal of the collection of trees off to the right and that lone tree right in the middle. And yeah, probably have a little short wedge in. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are on the eighth hole in the final par three of the day. Just 145 yards to get up on this green and downhill drastically at that. So playing about 15 yards shorter than the number there. Except this day we were playing dead into some pretty strong wind. You really can't tell how fast the wind was ripping this day just because, well, there's no leaves on the trees. But yeah, and the air density seemed to be oddly up. So the wind actually meant something, which is not great out there in Colorado. Usually the air is so thin that it doesn't even matter, even if it is, ripping some wind. It's not really going to hurt your ball that much because it's just not dense enough to. But nevertheless, so I'm actually taking the true club for the number at it, that being my gap wedge this day. And yeah, I mean, really, all you don't want to do here is miss left. You can miss a little bit short. You can definitely miss off to the right. And yeah, the green is big enough to where if you're playing the club for the number, then you shouldn't really have to worry about missing it all that long. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do. All right, ladies and gents, and here we are at the ninth hole. And again, thank you so much for joining us for another short round out here with Midgard Golf on Pine Creek Golf Club. You know we love your company. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, good time to do so because, like I said, 34 more subscribers, not many. I'm going to be doing another hat giveaway. And boy, let me tell you, these are some nice hats. So, yep, hit that subscribe button and get in the running for that. And you're going to have plenty more chances to win more stuff as we continue to give more stuff away throughout the years here. So anyway, this hole, 339 yards, hard dogleg left again. The first, like, I want to say 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the hole is downhill, and then from there it goes sharply back uphill to the green, which is kind of on a plateau for you. So, yeah, I like to take something between a 7 iron and an 8 iron on this hole and just try to really hit that 150 mark that you'll be able to see dead ahead of you on the tee box here. From these whites, that is, when I'm playing these whites. So today, playing into the wind there, I'm choosing a 7 iron to go at it. And then from there, it'll just be a left face to get up on that green with what'll be about a pitching wedge or a gap wedge, depending on where I go. Now, if you do happen to cut that corner and hit a big old swooping draw, be warned that, yeah, you're going to be closer to the hole, but there's a giant tree that's going to be blocking your view to actually get on that hole, and that tree is a real pain to get over. And for some reason, that ground all the way down there on the lowest part of the fairway there tends to get a bit soggy. So you're going to have to be dealing with that too. So definitely my suggestion, don't even try for that. You're probably not even going to like your lie anyway. I would just play this one safe and yep, try to stick it on that green, maybe get up and down for a birdie or at worst make that par. So let's give it a rip and see what we can do.